My name is Cheko Puvodo and this is On the Streets of the African Free Press. Today we'll be going to the streets to get the opinions of the people in regards to the act of jungle justice. Jungle justice is quite known to be a prominent act in Nigeria, mostly practiced in rural areas populated by the locals. It's said to be a situation whereby an individual or group of individuals are accused or found guilty of committing crimes such as robbery, rape, murder, or fraud, which then results in an act of violence by citizens or a group of people in a society who join forces and take laws into their hands by inflicting pain on the supposed perpetrator as a form of justice. In some cases, this sort of violence elevates to the extent at which the victims are killed as a result of excessive beating with the use of iron rods, nailed sticks, and so on. Sometimes the victims are stoned to death, and in worst case scenarios, they are set on fire to be burnt to ashes while pedestrians watch as the victims plead for help. Now we will be going to the streets to ask the people the major questions on our minds. Is jungle justice the best way to teach the victims a lesson? Do they deserve the amount of brutality they receive? Is death penalty at the hands of the people of the society appropriate, and what should be the best course of action for those found taking the law into their hands? Do you think the act of people beating criminals up or supposed criminals on the streets by the society, by sometimes beating them with all sorts of dangerous things and then in some cases burning them alive with tire, do you think this is appropriate or it should be handled in some other kind of way?
It's only a fake and unwelcome development, and somebody who think low, that think that is the best way to handle issues. We call it jungle justice. I am aware of about 6. Up to now, the case is not clear to the eye of Nigeria. I'm aware of the recent one. They burnt a young man, an Igbo man, and they said he hid himself close to a mosque. And nothing happened out of it. As a journalist, as a politician, I think it's not the best. The best way to do is the law enforcement agencies or agent have not taken the appropriate step because they themselves, they are into this jungle justice. If you take anybody today that maybe you suspected the person and you take him to station, if you see the way the police will maltreat that person, even the person knows something about it or not, he will definitely accept it. And the moment he accepts it, they say he is a criminal. Nobody is a criminal. We are all criminals. But only one that is caught into the net of the police is the one they call criminal. Everybody is an ex-convict. But the problem we have today, that is not the solution. The moment you discover one is wrong, first and foremost, make him serve as at least teach him a good lesson. Bring him out to the general public. Let the public be aware that what he has done is wrong. And let him admit his fault too. And at the end of the whole day, you discover that people will learn. But by the time you burn him to ashes or maybe get tired, burn him or kill him, in fact, whether he's right or wrong, he's always right because the dead cannot rise again to speak for himself. So whatever people say, the pity, the general symptom of the public is sympathy and pity for the person. For him to have been killed, we have so many criminals in this country. How many of them were killed? Nobody. But this innocent man, maybe some of them did some things out of ignorance, and at the end of the day, they were burned to ashes. Only God have the final verdict.
When as institution, it's only occur in some areas. Whenever anything happened, they decided to just make their own decision and forget that it's law and nobody above the law. If anybody fall in short of that, those victims supposed to be punished by prosecuted or jail. Yes, and handing over to the appropriate people in charge.
Those that take justice into their hands, what should be done to them?
If they can arrest them and give them the same discipline they deserve according to the law. Because we are in Nigeria and we are abiding with the law and nobody above the law. Nobody who did killing someone, hey, this is a thief. Though the thief will have a certain thing he's stolen. Then maybe to arrest the person or take it to the police station instead of killing the person. Then if eventually they killed that person that's stolen something, those people that killed that person are supposed to be killed.
It's not right, but in the absence of nothing, one has to do something because there is no adequate security. So citizens have to protect themselves any way they can by beating up the person there. If there were security people around, they can hand over this person to the person. But there is no security, so you beat the person
In some cases, there are actually security around. They don't always do anything, and also it gets to the extent whereby they put tire on them and end up burning them alive. Do you also think this is appropriate?
I don't ascribe to that. I don't like that one. The punishment is too harsh. But if they beat the person so that the person will learn next time, if he remembers the beating, he won't go there again. But killing the person is not the answer. It's not good.
Some say the brutality is an appropriate means to punish the victims so as to not commit such an offense in the future. Some say the suspects are to be handed to the authorities rather than the people carrying justice into their own hands. But many have shown the act of citizens killing the victims as an act of justice, as it is considered inhuman, excessive, and unjust. Now the question is, do you agree or disagree with the opinions of the people on the act of jungle justice? Feel free to leave your comments below. My name is Chika Okubodo, and this is On the Streets of African Free Press. Thanks for watching.